You're watching Poland Daily Business Edition, and our guest tonight is Wojciech Jakóbik of BusinessAlert.pl. Sir, good evening.
Good evening.
Well, you wrote a story about Nord Stream 2 routing problems, and those problems are connecting with Denmark. The Danish did not want Russians to put the new pipeline?
Danish are afraid of new Russian pipeline Nord Stream 2 because they are afraid of green guys in Scandinavia. And basing on this concern, they changed their law. And according to new law, they can block the Danish part of Nord Stream 2 on the basis of security concerns.
How decisive is that move of Copenhagen for the whole project?
It could prolong the process of building it. It might imply a need of new permissions for a whole project in different countries. The issue is not clear because in the meantime Nord Stream 2 consortium is putting an information that they are already building the German part, and it is not sure if they really built it. They are continuing the preparatory works, but on the information level they say that everything is settled and there is nothing else to be discussed.
This is a Russian and German project, and there is a lot of misinformation about that project. This is usually what happens when something strategic to Russian interest is going on. What kind of misinformation we can find in the press?
Even without one shovel in the ground, we see that the Nord Stream 2 case is solved, that everything is settled, we cannot discuss it, and we cannot do anything about it. And the truth is different. Poland, United States, Denmark and other countries are afraid of Nord Stream 2, are wanting a further discussion on it, and move like this coming from Copenhagen could prolong the process and give further space for a real genuine discussion on the danger coming from Nord Stream 2.
If that was a business project, you can imagine that the money are assembled from persons and institutions who are taking part in it. There is the money should be paid interest from it, and you are waiting until the investment will be done and will start to pay off the profits and will bring the revenue. Without of revenue, the Nord Stream 2 is still being delayed, so normally the normal business partners would resign and seek for some other person. What keeps them into that project?
For several companies in Western Europe, from Germany, from Netherlands, this project is justified economically because they will get more cheap Russian gas coming through Germany. It's a clear business case for Germany to be a transit country.
How could they know that this gas will be cheaper than from other sources?
Because it will be brought by Russians without any intermediates like Poland, Belarus or Ukraine, so it should be cheaper. They have it in their research and will give competitiveness to chemistry business in Germany, for example. So in the short side, there is a business case for Nord Stream 2, but looking from wider perspective, without a one shovel in the ground, Nord Stream 2 is divisive on transatlantic base, on European base, and even if it's not built, it brings division in Europe, it brings quarrels between Germany, Poland and other states, and it impairs European policy of diversification. We all agreed that we want to look for new sources of gas, and Nord Stream 2 is a great source of the same Russian gas, which brings political dependence on Moscow.
It also allows external players from the point of view of European Union to middle and intervene on one or another part of internal conflict. We have Russians intervening against Poland in Germany, and we have Americans whose position is sympathetic to our point of view.
Of course, Nord Stream 2 and general dependence on Russian resources might be one of the reasons why there is no sanctions against Gazprom. Americans did not hesitate to do that. Americans did that, and why Europeans didn't do it? Maybe because of this dependence on Russians, and European Commission is against this dependence, and even in spite of that, Berlin is pursuing its unilateral policy against European interest, impairing the image of whole European Union.
And that's how the business mixed with policy, and again, policy mixed with business. That's how it is, and that's it for tonight's edition of Poland Daily Business. Wojciech Jakóbik was our guest. Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you.
And please see us next time.